Richard, I've just realised something. It's almost the end of the week and we haven't yet filmed a vlog.
Bloody hell.
So,
should we go do something then?
should we waft around the warehouse?
Just have a wander. Let me change into a more slimming black t-shirt for the camera.
That's
Well, let's go do this.
good idea.
So as the internet hasn't really seen any of this.
No, that's true.
Talk me through it.
So 1972 Toyota HILUX, normally a 1.6 NA.
That's not a 1.6 NA in the 70s.
No, we changed it about. It came and it was the body's in really good condition, but all the kind of suspension, brakes, drivetrain was a bit archaic. So we've swapped it onto MX-5 subframes front and rear.
Okay.
MX-5 engine.
Which one? That's not an MX-5 engine.
Turbo kit, so it's the Mark 2.5, so it's the VVT 1.8 with the turbo kit on.
Nice. So, surprisingly, which was surprising to myself, basically it's all off the shelf.
Yeah, that's the plan. That like once the conversion work's done, that all the majority of the engine work, the suspension, the brakes, and everything should just be standard parts. So it should be pretty reliable.
So this is off the shelf.
That's that's a G19 turbo conversion kit. So we've got the manifold, which is really nice.
Yeah, it's a cast, isn't it? Yeah.
And we've got their front pipe as well,
Which is not on yet.
which is on yet. Needed a bit of fettling to come past here, but that should be fairly
And then
straightforward.
this is a TD04.
Yeah, TD04 Subaru turbo. Just a
There
nice
is a
G1.
downpipe Ross has prepared earlier.
Yep.
So it's a good bit of, nice bit of work this.
There's quite a bit of bulkhead chopping to get that to fit in, and that meant that we couldn't fit the standard inlet manifold. So we've made one.
The Dyno Torque, you've helped with this as well, haven't you?
Dyno Torque for
Yeah,
the Ross.
me and Craig made that.
So Dyno Torque, and then this is a
That's just a generic,
eBay
just a
eBay style,
just
it's
a
not
cheap generic intercooler
Divenza radiator.
Land Rover radiator.
Oh, is that Land Rover
From
radiator?
Divenza.
Fender 90, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nissan brake servo for the conversion block that Craig's made up. It's all very dirty at the moment. I need to give it a proper clean.
But we're getting it to the point where the car's going to be up and running and working, and then we're going to strip it down and then paint.
Yeah, this is just to get the fit and the finish of everything really. We're measuring up for the fuel tank, and then once that's done and the interior's done, everything will be ripped apart. It'll go for paint. All the subframes and everything will be taken apart, polybushed. We've got a load of Powerflex to go on there.
Yes,
all
so
all
Powerflex.
MX-5 stuff for that.
Yeah, so
It's all stuff with stock basically, isn't it? That we're going to
Yeah.
replace it with.
So it is the front subframe and the rear subframe, the diff, what's that long ladder bar?
Yeah, so the power
Power
frame
brace,
and the props, sort of MX-5 stuff. It's a foot longer, so we needed to merge
Add a
two
bit.
together.
Cool.
And then some wheels. Need to have a think about some wheels.
So we're currently on N keys. But another reason is the PCD changed
Yeah,
from
so
going to the MX-5 stuff.
yeah, so it's MX-5 PCD now, but the MX-5 subframe's also a couple of inches wider, so the wheel fitment's a bit tricky. So that's a 15 by 7 ET35, I think, which is a pretty weak wheel generally.
You've been
but
playing around with tyre sizes, haven't you?
Yeah, trying to get somewhere in between the standard Hilux wheels, which are a really big, tall fitment, and the MX-5 stuff. So that's a bit of a compromise where we've got now.
The steering wheel.
Yeah,
Is that everything out of the MX-5?
that's coming off. Just using the column, because then we've got the switch gear. We're going to swap all the MX-5 loom in, try and keep it as standard as possible.
So this used to have, was it a manual before?
Yeah,
But did it have a clutch?
Yeah, it was like a column shift manual with a clutch.
So that was up here.
Yeah.
And so part of the again from the MX-5, we're fitting a conventional gearbox with a shaft
Yeah,
up the middle.
MX-5 gearbox, MX-5 Tours and diff, completely standard loom, but we're swapping it out for the ECU for a Motorsport Engineering ME221 kit, which should be just completely plug and play. Like that even comes with maps as standard for.
Is that a run-in map? We still need to get it mapped properly?
Yeah,
or?
we'll go and get it mapped properly, but that base map should be enough to get it started.
Nice.
and driving fine.
Yeah, so Craig and Ross have been making all the tunnel. So that is all fabricated to accommodate the gearbox and everything else, and the new gear stick will come out here. What are you going to do for seats?
Waiting to hear from Cobra. Want something with really good side bolsters, but something you can use as standard seat belt, something that's practical for every day.
Because what was the OEM seat in this?
The OEMs are just a bench seat.
Oh.
And
Not suitable for drifting?
not really, because I want to do a few track days and a few drift days with this. It needs to be something that's going to keep me in, really.
So yeah, so a bucket seat, similar to this, but just slightly nicer, I think, isn't it?
We do have a dash as well.
Dash, yeah, so that's all been flocked at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, right, small update on the MX-5. What should we go look at next?
Do a little sneaky preview to the part 2 of the Z3M Coupe.
Z3M Coupe. Off we go.
Cheeky.
Good day.
Day. Oh, that's very kind.
Come out, sir. That's a rather peculiar noise.
My jingly bells.
Jingly bells.
Jingly bells, yes. Light and
I can't hear you over the exhaust. Over the
hear
car.
me?
Pardon?
Come hear me.
Pardon?
Yeah, I've got jingly bells.
Jingly balls.
Jingly balls and jingly bells in the
Yes.
form of a light and flywheel. So when I depress my clutch,
Ah.
jing, 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 confuses people at traffic lights because they're like,
Your car is broken.
your car sounds like it's broken. Or when I hit the brakes, because of course I've got the Padgett RS29
Yes.
race pads on here. If you gradually stop, they go, and everyone's like, ah.
In our previous video, you made a small boo-boo.
I made a number of boo-boos. I made a number of boo-boos and a number of things I got wrong.
For the internet.
that is a oil temperature gauge.
Ah.
So yeah, I do have an oil temperature gauge. I don't know why or what, and even Al said it as he was filming. I got confused when I was watching the edit, like, why did we get that wrong? It is, I have got an oil temperature gauge. That is as standard from M cars. I don't have oil pressure gauge.
Fantastic. And that is a snug fit in that seat there.
Yes, so the updates that we're going to be bringing you soon is we are going to be fitting some new seats. I have a feeling I'm going to possibly steal some refills. Which he doesn't know about yet. Well, he kind of does know about, but
He will find out on Friday when this goes out on the internet.
he will.
And then we won't see you for a few months.
In fact, Phil, if I have fitted the seats by the time you see this,
I owe you.
send me a text, tell me how much I owe you, and we'll sort that out.
Come out of your small little box.
The other thing that I kept getting messages on my personal Instagram account was these carbon fibre mirrors. They are not standard.
Genuine carbon fibre.
Genuine carbon fibres. I think they'd be better suited on a motorcycle. People seem to love these. I get messages all the time. People go, "Where'd you get them from? Can I buy them from you?" Yes, ultimately you can, because I hate them.
What are the standard ones?
They are a bit like E46 M3s.
Are they still bought in the same place?
They go in, yeah, you get a column there and they're kind of round.
Oh, okay.
I have phoned my local BMW parts dealer, who told me that I can buy a genuine pair imported from Germany. Do you want to guess how much?
£600 with glass.
A bit more. £800
With glass?
with glass.
No.
800 quid.
I recall accepting a gift, a parcel.
A parcel. Have a look at the front of my car. See if you can spot what's different. Da-ba-da-ba-ba.
Damn.
Yes, I've got rid of the
The angle eyes.
the angle eyes, the Japanese plastic angel eyes, and have a look at this. I don't know if you can, if I can zoom in on this. Put them on eBay, 99p, no reserve, sold for £147 and 3p. How much do you think these cost me?
£140
£100.
in the monies.
That's £47 I could spend on sweets, chocolate bars,
Apparel.
cornettos, Driftworks apparel. The more observant of you are going to say, "Oh no, he's put orange indicators in, it's not M Sport." Yes, you're right, but you know what? If you want to buy Z3 headlights with clear indicators, you're basically looking at about £300, which is ridiculous, and I'm not going to spend £300.
And you don't see them when you're inside.
I'm not bothered at all.
I don't think it's horrendous. I think on a white car, I think you can get away with it.
I think it looks kind of cool. I basically went on Google Images and just put white Z3M Coupe, and one came out with orange indicators, and I was like, that looks fine. So it is. So yeah, we are going to do a proper update on this. We are going to do part 2, I promise, where we talk about new seats. Oh yeah, we've also got this brilliant, if you excuse my gym kit in the back.
The gym kit.
There's a story behind this, which Rich will tell you in part 2. Ultra racing rear strut brake.
Because you need harness. You want a harness bar, don't you?
So this is a steel brace. Long term, there is an intention to put a roll cage back into this car because it is going to be a regular track day car. But for now, I want to be able to run harnesses with my seats, either my seats or my new acquired Phil seats, and therefore I want the harness straps to be able to go onto something solid, which is going to be fine for these. So I've got to do a little bit of modifications to this just to make sure it's A, super safe, B, can withstand the pressure of the harnesses, etc. But yeah, seats will be going in, and then next weekend, so the weekend after you're watching this, I have a track day at Castle Coupe.
Yeah, exciting.
So what we're going to do is we'll do a little bit of prep before the track day. That will be part 2, and then we'll show you just how well this thing goes around the track.
Well, a quick look at John's Z3M. What should we look at? Well,
truck,
Mega Rig, Impala, Lambo, S15. Let's go meander over to the S15.
Okay.
Things.
No dashboard.
What? So yeah, so this is about to go to Gaz, our local resident painter. We basically stripped it ready for painting the inside. It's something we hadn't done last year when we were getting the car ready for BDC at Lidenhill. So yeah, so it's going to get painted, not spoiling the colour yet. And the dash is gone as well. So many things are happening.
What's happening to the dash?
Spoiler alert, can't say.
People know.
Probably, it wouldn't be hard to guess. Yeah, so this is going off to get painted. Just to finish it off really, because it is just a bit of metal.
Bit of metal.
Lovely. Well, there we go. So yeah, this is off. What? Where is the Corolla?
Ah!
Ah!
So I don't know, where is the Corolla?
The Corolla is at the painter. So we're doing a switch-a-roo.
Job lot on paint for Driftworks.
And it's just having the engine bay tidied up.
Forklift truck. Oh, I know what we can show people. Your S15.
Well, let's get this turd out and get my turd in. Cool.
Rude.
So I've done a few changes since, well, a few changes. So I'm now running 25mm longer front lower arms. So I pushed the wheels out, allowed me to run. I'm now running 6 degrees camber on the front.
Bloody hell.
Craig Taylor does not approve.
I don't approve either.
I don't care. So now, and then I've also put Driftworks tie rods, tie ends and offset rack spacers on for all my lock, which I need for parking.
Can I just, I mean, you tell us. No, you tell me. Is that too much camber?
It's fine. It's wonderful.
Is it too much camber?
It's wonderful. No. So anyway, so my new work wheels, touch wood, turn up this week, ready for this weekend's show at Gravity. So if you're doing nothing this weekend and you live near Coventry, or nothing better to do on
the West Midlands.
The West Mids.
In the UK.
To be fair, it's real close to a motorway, so it actually wouldn't take that long to get from anywhere. So Coventry on Sunday, there's a big show. We're there, we've got a Driftworks stand. This is going to be on the stand on its new work wheels, if they arrive. And
exciting.
So yeah, so the Kwamis are going.
Where are they going to go?
Upstairs in the mezzanine, because I really like them. And work have just discontinued this colour, so this is one of the last sets in the world in this colour. I've got new spats to go on the side skirts because I just needed that a little bit lower, so they're going there. Probably rip them off within a day. Get out of it. Just getting them out of here. And so yeah, so fitting traction rods as well this week, so gonna have new traction rods on, because On Nissans, the let's go the other side. The traction rods are very similar to tension rods on the front, where they set the they can move the location of the wheel within the arch. So as you can tell here, the wheel isn't exactly in the middle of the arch, it's really quite far forward compared to the back. So fitting traction rods extending 15mm longer than standard, and that should push the wheel far enough back so it sits in the middle of the arch. So that gap should be reduced because it rubs here ever so slightly and not here. And then align it again, because I love aligning cars. On the
You do love aligning cars. You might as well marry the Hunter alignment machine.
Maybe I'm too wide for the Hunter, as my car is sometimes.
Also going to the Gravity show this weekend.
Chevy Menage.
Chevy Menage.
So it's killing multiple birds with a stone.
It is.
So I need a way of transporting wheel stands, marquees, that sort of thing. And I could hire a van and have an embarrassing van there. Or
Put all the things in the world's biggest truck.
yeah. And also it's lower than most people's cars. Static as well.
I like the idea that this is going to turn up and be both the lowest and the highest thing at the show.
And the widest.
And the widest. Lowest, highest and widest.
So I've got a 10x6 plot, and this is bigger than the length of the plot.
That's meters, just to put people's minds at rest.
Yeah.
10x6 meters.
So the plot is 10 meters wide, 6 meters deep. The truck is 6.5 meters lengthways. So health and safety will have small issues. But yeah, I've asked the organisers, they said bring it, it's cool. So I think that wraps up our small little wafting around the workshop. I don't think there's anything else to see.
Yeah, there's nothing too dramatic happening at the moment.
I think with Phil being away, Phil is the curator of dramaticness. He likes fettling and fiddling with things.
But also, we've actually had to be quite busy doing actual work because we are 2 members of staff down.
2 members of staff down.
3
and
today.
Thank you, Chris, for being ill.
Selfish. Got a bit of a sore throat. Oh, I need 2 days off. Unbelievable. So we have actually been quite busy, which means we are a fully fledged business that actually sells things with a warehouse. Let's not forget that.
So today I'm doing Mel's job, I'm doing Chris's job, and I'm doing the media side
And the
with
media
John
side
because
as well.
you're not here the rest of the week. Fantastic.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you. Thank you, Mel and Phil, for getting married. You're also equally as
guys.
selfish.
Selfish people.
People have their priorities all wrong.
They do.
Right.
So, to wrap up, see you on Sunday at Gravity Show with S15 and Chevy Menage.
We do have one more car, but we'll put pictures up and we'll show you Saturday. We'll do a small video when we're at the show and put it up Saturday as a preview.
Oh, a sneaky live upload.
Live upload.
One take wonder.
Of course.
And then I might see you there on Sunday.
What more could I want?
Ha.
Thank you, team.
Goodbye.